Thanks, Coach. Appreciate that. All right, really an honor to be able to kind of under the weather a little bit, so I just mind my voice. You know, what an honor to get a chance to do this twice. I spoke to the Higher Coach Association in January, I think it was, and then have a chance to do it again here at home. I decided to give you a treat today. So I think what you're going to find out, what I'm going to show you, I'm talking a little bit about pass rush today. And I'm going to make it really ABC simple for you. How we do it, what we do it, and why we do it is the most important thing. And so you're going to get a good feel for how we rush the passer. The principles I'm going to show you are very simple principles, how you can rush the passer. I'm going to give you a bunch of bag drills. I'm going to show you my testimony how the drills looked in a game situation. I'm also going to share this with you. That's the most important thing you can do as a coach, as a D-line coach, to make sure your drills shows up on the videotape. If they're not, you're doing the wrong drills. That's been my philosophy ever since I started this thing, is to make sure everything I do shows up on the game field. If you're not, change the drill. The second thing I'll tell you, that when you practice as a D-line coach, you want to make sure you guys are practicing at maximum speed. You want to make sure players are practicing at game speed. Why? Because the game is going to be played that way. And so what I do with my guys is try to go as hard as I can in my indie drills, because I want them to feel how the game is going to be played. When they get to the game, it's really easier. So just look, some small things for you to clean up on. You know, when you talk about the job of the coach, and I said this before, this is really important to me. You got to inspire them, you got to motivate them, and you got to discipline. That's our job. People take passion for granted when they come to coaching. Well, I can get it. Passion is something that lives on the inside of you. It lives in you. It breathes. It says who you are as a coach. That's passion. And when you can inspire your players to the next level, that's beyond passion, because you have reached their souls now. I'll tell coaches all the time, I do not want to coach my players. I want to invest in my players. Why? Because if I invest in them, they got a chance to be really special. They'll come back year in, year out. They'll name their kids Larry Johnson one day probably, right? Because you invest in them. You get my point. So don't take this passion thing for granted, because it's who we are. You got the greatest job you can ever have as a coach. I sat in those chairs 20 years ago. I was a high school coach. My only mission in life to make sure when I got a chance to coach a group of guys, did I give it my all. I will tell you this, as I go through this videotape, I'm a better coach today than I was last year. I'm a better coach today than I was last year. Why? Why is that? Because I didn't sit around and say, well, I'm good, I got it. I don't have it. Every day is a working process for me. And I'll show you some of the things that I'm out of the box when it comes to how to make my players better. I'm out of the box. Nothing you're going to see in my videotapes, you're going to find in any store, any video, you're not going to find it. This is about how I can make my players better. This is one of the greatest things I've ever did. This fall, because I had such a great room, with some great football players, more important, some great men, I had to find a way to inspire them every single day, every single week. So we came up with this thing, let's be the greatest defensive line that's ever played at The Ohio State University. But what a challenge, right? What a real challenge. So we came up with this logo thing that we had one of our graphics guy make and put it together for us, and we put some guys on the poster just to get their attention. And always you look at the bottom of the shorts, instead of letting them land on the mat, it always would keep your enemy in front of you too, right? So you look at the shorts, you get the idea where we're coming from. So we started this journey to be the greatest ever defensive line ever played. I'm going to show you a video real quick just to kind of show you what we did. Zach?
I hear a lot of talk about old-time great fighters after watching these films, watching their opponents, watching their styles, watching how they fought, watching the footwork and their speed. And my critics will admit that I am the fastest heavyweight in the history of boxing with feet and hands. It may come as a shock to you, but I say that I would have beat every heavyweight that ever lived before me.
Program or after, not The Ohio State University.
I'll never lose the fight. It's impossible, Kevin. It's impossible.
Pretty cool, right? It's pretty cool. So that was kind of how we get our guys motivated. And I tell you, we showed that videotape on a Friday afternoon. There was a dry in the room, but the purpose was to inspire my players. And we'll show you one at the end, just kind of touch you a little bit. Staff coach, you just met Coach Greg Shannon, met one of the greatest defensive coordinators I've ever been around. Not only that, he's a great person, a great man. New to our staff is Ali Brent. You guys will meet him tomorrow when he talks. What a great coach, what a great human being. And then Tabor Johnson, who's been here, he's back, coaching now secondary at cornerbacks. Billy Davis from last year is here. I have a new GA, my GA, former GA, now is the DN coach at SMU. What a pleasure, right? To be here 2 years and go check out Brand and take it to another college. This guy here is going to be a special player. Kenny is a local guy, went to Owen Tangier High School here, played at Duke University, has 2 degrees, played for the Denver Broncos, played a Super Bowl ring, played the New York Jets, and now he's working for the Buckeyes. I can't have a better GA starting out for the first time ever coaching, and I can't watch what you guys watch him work in the next 2 days, watch what he does on the field. So I'm happy to have Kenny. Also has been here for a while, and Nick Sharp, one of my other grad assistants who really helps out, does a great job for us. Okay? And then my best guy is where's Phil at? Phil Matus. Where? My best guy, all in the back, is my strength coach guy. And him and I live together. Him and I are like bone to bone, rib to rib, because he makes my guys great. And Phil, I appreciate you, man. Everything you do. Appreciate you. Okay? Here's a little bit what I had to share this before. This is a fundamental board. Do you have a fundamental board? Do you have something you have in your office that you use as a D-line coach to map out your whole schedule, what drills you're going to teach? Or you just kind of say, I'm going to figure out as I walk on the field. I've been doing this for a lot of years. So I've never walked on the field without having an organization chart for myself. I want to know what I'm teaching, when I'm teaching, and if I taught it before. And this is my fundamental board. I have a sheet. Kenny has some sheets. You like to have that? You can have it. We'll give it to you after my presentation. But that's my fundamental board. We talk about enhancement. This is a dream on the beach with my grandkids. I came up with this sand pit idea. Probably have never seen it. My idea was to get my guys to take off. So right now, this is the first day of doing sand pit drills. The hurdles to make sure we pick our feet up. You can see Nick Bose on the end, and then you have to study this. He takes his outside foot, and he takes the outside hurdle, which forces his body up too far. That's the first day of doing the drill. I didn't just do the drill to do the drill. I did the drill so I can study how to make my players efficient. How can I make a better way to get off the football? If you're not watching your kids stand there, get off, and are attacking the line of scrimmage, then you're missing something. We videotape every single practice, every single inning drills, and I watch every inning drill. Because I'm trying to find a way to make my players better. Nick Bosa is going to be a great player, right? But my job is, can I make him that much better? Can I make him that much better this season? How do I do that? I have to watch everything he does. Study everything he does to make him a great player. So now we take the hurdles away. This is the second day of doing the drills and just working on get off. You can see his knees are off now. And all it is for me is just get off. We call it sand, but I call it grass. Then we take the same thing, same guy, same drill. Then we go to what we call a combo drill. We start doing pass rush in the sand pit. As you notice, the hurdles are there so we can flip our hips. Watch the inside foot of Tyquan Lewis. I want to be driving to the quarterback. I'm going to show you some drills that we do to do that. I'm going to go pretty fast because I've got 173 slides to get through. And it's the same thing in the sand pit. These are things I call enhancement. And then we work out pass rush drill. If you know anything about Coach Jay, when our guys play, every guy's going to have the ability to flip their hips. You just saw the brand of the Ohio State defensive line. That's how we should look. Why? Because that's what we work on. That's what we work on. We want to make sure our hips are flipped, our inside foot is driving to the quarterback every single time. And that's why we work in the bad drills. And then we work to the finish. Same group, same guys, same result. They all should look the same. They all should look the same in the drill. Then we take the bags, put them in the sand pit again. We're working on long. This is a little bit about sprinting, but a little bit of working our hands. Watch Sam Hubbard work through the bags. Watch when he come off the bat. Watch what he does. He pounds in the sand because that's the finish of our drill. I do not chase sacks. If you're chasing sacks, give it up. I chase sacks fumble. I'm looking for ways to change the game. So we coach that really hard. We call it burst to the quarterback. The last 2 yards before the sack is where you can change the game. You watch a videotape, watch how many sacks your guys have. Watch every time, put it in slow motion when you could have knocked the ball out. When you could have knocked the ball and posed dive for a sack and jump up and cheer. If you want to change the game, change how you coach and practice. Work on sack fumbles. Don't work on sacks because you'll change the game. I guarantee it. And I'll show you a videotape to prove that. This is Tracer, our D tackle here. Saying drill, saying finish, pound the grass and finish. Here's the pass rush philosophy. I'm going to give it to you. This is what you need to make me understand. It's about approach, it's about a move, and it's about a finish. That's how you teach pass rush. Your approach, what is your move, and then the finish of the drill. Those are 3 principles. I'm going to move pretty quickly, so make sure you get it down. The second part is know the situation. If it's 3rd and long, what's the situation? If it's a 2-minute offense, your stance. I change my guy's stance when we get to 3rd down. I no longer want to be in an elongated stance. My stance is always heel to toe. It's never going to go beyond that. If you're a player, if you watch your players on videotape, and if your player's back leg is farther than his instep, his infoot, then you're too far. But when you take this step, you just now got back to the line of scrimmage. He hasn't even taken him off yet. So you have to watch this. Some guys get these long stands, look cute, but they're not going anywhere. I want to be totally healed all the time. And when I go to pass, I'm going to come to the mid-toe so I can get off faster. That makes sense? So that's what we teach on 3rd down. Stance higher. I want your hips higher than your hat. You'll see in the videotape when you watch my guys take off. I want to be here. I want to use the balance and the power when I take off. So when I take off, I should see my hips snap. That's the power, that's the explosion I want from the line of scrimmage. And then my eyes got to be on the ball. 3rd down, I take my eyes off my man, I put my eyes on the ball. That's where I should go. I want the ball to pull me across the line of scrimmage. The get off, your first step should go to your hand. That means you cross the line of scrimmage. Snap through your hip, push off your front foot, replace it with your hand. That's 3rd down look. The move, speed, power, speed. I am a big power guy, power step guy. So if I'm going to make you give me your hands, I'm going to make you make a decision, I'm going to power step you. I'm going to make every offensive tackle nervous about our power step because he's got to respect me coming in. Let me just say this. When you're rushing the passer, it's always taking the air out of the rush. So I want to be tight to the fight. I want to be tight to the fight in everything I do as a pass rusher. So the first thing we want to do is what? Speed and power. Speed, eyes on your target, hands. Your power step will tell you what he's going to do. Give me Kenny real quick before I go through this. So Kennedy, offensive tackle. I'm an outside pass rusher. Like I said before, I'll take it 3-phase for the defensive end. I'll go speed, and he's still with me. Now I'll go power. When I go power, he's got to do 2 things because I'm closing his space. What do you think he's going to do? He's either going to shoot his hands or he's going to drop his hands because he don't know what to do. He's preparing for impact now. Once I see no hands, we call long arm. If he gives me hand, I'll go to side scissors. I'll show you in a few minutes. If it's not there again, if it's not there, I go from power back to speed to start my last part of my phase of my approach. All right? I'm going to make him tell me what he's going to do because I am going to get in his space, and he's got to kick back. I'm too close to Kenny. He's going to kick back, and that's what I want him to do. When you run a pass rush move and you run up the field and try to run the horn all the way out here, the quarterback's going to step in the pocket. The worst thing a defensive end can do is run behind the quarterback, right? We don't want to do that. So we always want to take the fight to him. I want to make him nervous every single time what I'm going to do. And I'll share it in video too. Any questions? Okay, hips. I am a big hips guy. Everything you see in the drill-wise will be about hips. Then the finished part is the burst, change of speed to the quarterback. We just talked about sack fumbles. And then the 5-step sequence, I'm going to show you, it's called a 3 count. You might write that down. 5-step sequence is called 3 count. That's the first one. The second one is called wheel. The third one is called cup. Side scissors. And the last one is long arm or tiger left. So just remember those 5 things I show you. I'm going to show you how we drill them. Okay? Here's our hand drills. The very first thing we do is a 3 count drill. Here's our 3 count drill. I don't know who that guy in the blonde hair is there right there. Okay, so this is B.B. Landers working with Coach Kenny, trying to get on the videotape. So we go 3 count, we go block the hand, we cup the elbow, we touch the shoulder. That's a part of our long arm drill. So I show you real quick, and I'll go through the videotape. So Kenny is the defensive player. I am the dummy. We're both going to sit down low as possible. I'm going to take my hand and put it on his shoulders. He's going to block my hand and turn his wrist over. We're going to need this later on. And then I'm going to cup the elbow. As he cups the elbow, he controls the elbow. If I go to push, I can't. He's using everything he can against me because I just locked the elbow. If he put his hands on top of me, it's no good. It won't work. Anywhere on my hand, it won't work. But once he locks the elbow, and this is the most coaching point that you got to get, that when I lock this elbow, he's now in control. I'm not in control anymore. He is. All right? So we do the drill. We go 1, 2, 3. That's it. That's the drill. And all it is a hand drill. Now, as he gets faster, he should block my hand before it gets there. Now I know he's got to drill down. I always check to make sure he is cupping my elbow. Freeze it. Cup it. He's got to be there every time. So that's the first thing, coach. That's the first part of the drill. Kenny came from pro. They didn't know anything about what we're doing. First time they ever seen all this stuff. I actually thought it was crazy what we're doing. Thank you. Appreciate it. So here's the 3-count drill. You'll see how this all going to play out later on. The faster you go, the better efficient it's going to be. We go to the other side. Now we go alternate. Same thing. Now both guys are going to go in a minute. The same drill. Opposite side. We don't change. This is our warm-up drill. Now we go side to side. We put them in the middle. Then we go side to side in the drill. We always look behind because that's where we're going to move at. If you don't do any type of hand sequence, you got to start. If you're not doing any hand drills, you got to start. And it's going to help you pass rush. I know it looks like, wow, coach, this is like really tough to do, but it's really simple. Okay, really simple. I'll face them. Sit down, bend down, coach. All I'm going to take the opposite hand, 3 count. I take the opposite hand, 3 count. Look behind me. Good. Look behind me. Good. Go back. Look behind me. And the exact same thing. So we have to get all these principles taught before we get them to pass rush, if that makes sense. And that's what he's doing. Then we go to a 2-count drill. The 2 count is to speed the process up. So now he just go cup, hand. And all I'm looking for is he's cupping every time. There it is. Again, that's the most important thing you can coach, is the cup on the drill. Then we go 2-count wheel. The wheel is so we can counter inside. So he goes 2 count, wheel. 2 count, wheel. How we do the wheel, because we're going to flip off the wheel real quick. So I go 2 count. I take my hand, go to the back shoulder, and he wheel it down because he'll flip. Watch him flip this time. 2 count, wheel. Now he'll flip behind me. That's why we do the drill, as you can see on the videotape. Show you again. So there's a 2-count wheel. We have to do this to start our hand sequence. And that's a pretty good job. Now we go cup. Cup is to help us in our tiger lift. So we tack the elbows. Again, we tack everything that he can use that we can take away from him. Okay? Same thing. Then we go side scissors. This is our signature move. And I'll show you some live footage on it. So now the side scissors, I said earlier, real quick, coach. Side scissors, I said earlier, if I am attacking him, give him a power step, he shows me hands, the first thing I want to do is go side scissors. I'm going to block. The most powerful hand on offensive player is the inside hand. The first thing I have to do is to get that block. So I block him, hand up, I hit him right in the crease of his elbow. This way. So I'm going to hit him right here to block the hand. As I block, I cup. So now just flick my hands. As I flip, I can also flick his hands, and I can flip my hips at the same time. Again, I'm working on cupping the elbow and flicking out. Sometimes all you have to do is hit it, because you hit his wrist, he'll fall forward. Watch when you see the live testimony where I show you how we do it. This is our signature move. We spend more time doing this than anything else we do. So you can see him block and cup. On the other side, exact same thing. Block and cup. Now let's put it to drill work. So now we got to find the drills to do it. So watch Joey working the drills, working the technique in a circle, because I want to keep his hips tight, and then always finish into a quarterback. Side scissors flip now. Now I'm going to teach you how to flip. He's going to go side scissors and flip his hips. Inside foot has got to drop to the quarterback. And I'm going to show you drills how to get your hips flipped. Same drill. Watch the technique throw. We don't want to be like we swing a golf club. If I swing a golf club, my hips are going to open up. The more I swing, the more I can throw my hips. It makes sense. Right? And that's what we're doing here. I want to be tight as I can to the back hip. If you can watch Joey back leg, you can see how tight it is. He's now driving to the quarterback. That's Adolfo Washington, the other guy. We teach the inside guys and the outside guys the same drills. We don't change them. Then we go to the last phase, we go tiger lift. Tiger lifts come off our long arms, so we work on cupping the elbow. We got some couple guys can do this really well. So this is the last phase of what we do. Okay, then we go tiger look flip, because we'll flip off that arm. So you go tiger look flip off it on the inside move. Same thing again. Now long arm. Here's our next second best move that we do. Some guys call it a right arm. I don't know why they call it that, but we call it a long arm. Here's what I tell you in a long arm. Face there, face there. When I attack, I want to attack the inside shoulder of Kenny. That's the strong arm, right? And when I attack it, I want to make sure hands are spread. I want to aim for the sternum, but I'm probably going to hit him on his chest plate. I want my hands spread wide. If I turn my hands out, lean on me, Kenny, you'll break my wrist. So that's not the position you want to be in. If I put my hands on the top of his pad, if he take his hand and punch, shoot it, coach, shoot it. Every time he punch, he'll decline himself. Shoot again, coach. Because I control that muscle. That's called long arm. I have some really great long arms to show you. It's not a bull rush. This is a bull rush. We don't bull rush. Everything we do is a long arm because we want control. We got 3 moves off this one arm. If he gives me low arm, I'm going to cup and flip. If he gives me high arm, I'm going to tiger lift and make him a unicorn. I'm going to set him on his back when he does that. If he put his hand, outside hand on me, now I'm going to go inside of him. So 3 moves off 1 move. Got it? I can go long arm, pull it out, he shoot his hands back, side scissors. See it? So you really don't need a lot of moves. And this is how foundation. I'll show you how it looks in live video in a minute here. So this is our long arm. If you lay the head down to the arm, swimmers, when they swim, you can notice they take their head and lay it to the side because they take the air out, right? We do the same principle. If I lay my head here, I get more power to this arm. Opposed to leaving my head out. I want to make sure my foot is going right down his crotch, and I'm going in this angle on a long arm position. If you can see that, okay? Thanks, coach. So here's a long arm drill. Just got to be creative, get it taught. So that's what you're doing and working on a long arm. Running through it. You can see I put the circle there because I want the power step in that circle. So again, it's whole part whole in the teaching process here. And so I break everything down in parts, and then I put it back together in a whole. And that should be teaching. So long arm with a flip now. Exact same thing, no different. Here's our hand sequence. Now everything put together. So he'll start from the beginning, he'll go 3 count. He'll go wheel, cup, side scissor, long arm. So now we put this together, and we go faster. If I can put Kenny on the spot here we go. So we'll go through the whole sequence, 3 count, wheel, cup, side scissor, long arm. So we just did all 5 drills I show you. I did them all together now. Now I control the drill, so he can't cheat. So I can go 3 count, wheel, good, 3 count, wheel, good, wheel. So he's got to think on me now. Once I program him, and then I take control. I think the most important guy is a dummy. Is the guy demonstrating. So where is I do it? I will take 2 or 3 of your kids, take 2 or 3 of your coaches, teach them the drills, go teach 1 kid the drill until you got it down pat. Then grab another kid and teach him. Then that kid teach that kid. Next thing you know, you got your whole defensive line doing the drill. It's not, don't be intimidated by it, because it's a way to make your guys' hands efficient. I'm just telling you that. You'll see in the videotape in a minute. Okay? So now the last part of this thing is the double side scissors. So when the guy leave his hands on me, side scissor, I'll go twice. You can notice how tight they're to the fight. And their hips are still throwing, the inside foot is driving. And that's how we work it. So we go back to the circle, so we can teach it now. And then finish with the drills. Live situation here. Watch 97. Double side scissor. So what I'm telling you, we're doing in practice. We're not just making this up. And there it is there. Okay? Bag drills. Let me give you a couple bag drills you can put down. I'm a big combination drill guy. Don't do 1 drill to get to the second drill. I really believe if you combine your drills, you can get 3 drills done in about 9 seconds. I'm not a big guy to say, set this drill up, do it 1 time. I want to do 3 skill sets every time I do a drill. So what you see here, I want lateral movement. In pass rush, you got to keep your feet moving. I'm creating that. And then we go to the bag. Watch these guys go to work and then watch the finish. That's unrehearsed. It's not because I'm videotape. It's just how we practice. Everything is about +2 here. And that's what they're working on. Same drill again. Watch the speed. Watch 97. Watch 86. Watch the speed of the drill. What is the one thing I tell you before you go to the quarterback? It's to what? Burst. So what do you think 97 is doing? It's ingrained in his head to go 2 more steps as fast as he can. Okay, I'm gonna keep going. This is called a tight bag drill with no hands, because I'm gonna work their hips. And we're always working to a finish. Same thing here, tight bag again. Now with hands. And again, everything you see is with a finish. This is called a speed drill, no hands. What I'm trying to create here, I gave before. I don't care what anybody else does. I'm going to make sure our players are running with their feet in pass rush. If you stop your feet in pass rush, you're done. I've got to create a drill that makes you understand the faster we go, no matter what obstacle we hit or what guy we blocking us, we've got to continue to hit our moves. So now watch Sam Hubbard and Jalen Horn. As fast as they can go, get to the pass with no hand. Watch their hips. Watch how tight they are to the fight. That's what I want. I want the back. That's how I'm going to take the air so he's got no chance to punch me because I'm in his space. And then watch the finish. Then we go back to the back. I don't want their feet to stop. You notice very careful here, their feet will never stop. That's how you create what I call a transitional pass rush. And that's really important. We change the drill. We do a counter flip. Inside counter. We make them flip their hips, which I'm really big in, and then we make them rush to the quarterback. Same drill, a different look. Watch how fast he's turning his hips, because I want to make sure our hips are loose. That's what started pass rush. Go lateral. I'm really big that you don't stick your foot inside the bag, you put your foot outside the bag so I can push lateral. I want to push lateral. I go to the top of the bag and I'll flip again, and then I go to a pass rush. 6 seconds to do that drill, and I just three different skill sets. So that's why you can see why it's important to have different drills. I'm going to skip some of these. I just want to give you an idea of what we do. This is called mashing the bag, so we go stagger backs. At the end of the bag, we're going to go now, go mash the hand of the quarterback, because that's part of our skill set and teaching. I'm going to go again, out of the chute, the work going to get off, and then I flip them again. And then I go back to bag work again. Again, 3 drills in one setting. We go to the hurdles, we work on our burst, now we work on finishing to the quarterback. That's what we're doing here. This is the burst part, trying to get to the quarterback. Circle bag drills, work our inside hand, staying tight to the circle. And then we go power step, the last one before I go to live drills here. Watch my man, we go power, the speed, the flip. Watch at the top of the circle, watch number 6 take off. Watch 2 yards from it, how fast he's going to finish, because that's how we train for sack fumbles. Okay? These are just combination drills, just a different direction how to do them. All right, let me skip. Here's our hand drills. We work in a circle with arm pass. So you can see why our hands are efficient, because we spend a lot of time. We call these the free birds. Now we work on the free bird to work out technique. So they're going long arm cut right now. That's what they're working on. Okay, keep going here. Then our hip drills. It looks like a circus sometimes. They call it Coach Johnson Jungle Gym. That's okay. I grab trash cans because I'm trying to work their hips down. Watch on the hip drills. Watch how they slide through the hips.
Some more gear.
Then watch the finish. If you want to train your guys to have loose hips, these are the drills you got to do.
Okay.
Okay? I'll keep going here. Same drill, different way to do it. Now I'm going to work speed, hips, and then finish to a bag again. All right? I'll show you one more drill. This is how we work our hips. The last one, we just circle the bags. Just get our hips loose, and that's how it should look when we flip our hips on pass rush. So we train all phases. And then we take that same phase to the back, and we work on the burst to the finish. And go. Let's go through some live drills now. Okay, I'm one of those guys that, anything I think about late at night, this is what I do. So I'm concerned about my guys bending, so I put a rope in, watch their hip on the flip. I want them to get down and toss, throw their hips on the pass rush. So we can dip and rip. Look at their hips, down the rope, and go. Same thing, it doesn't matter who you are, you got to bend. So I'm working the dip part of it by putting the balls in. Okay, this goes, here's side scissors, a live testimony now. Watch this. You'll see the highlighter on. Be really easy. Watch the side scissors. Very simple. Once we take your hands from you, you're done. I'm going to go through this real quick because I got some more I want to get to. Same thing, side scissors. Live testimony of what we do. This is called an inside side scissor, and it got over setups. Same movement, same technique. Side scissors, double side scissors. Watch this. Watch to finish this process. Scissors, scissors. Watch what he does when he come off. And now he burrs. Watch the second thing he does. He wants to sack, but watch his hand. The most important thing is go for the ball. Why? Because that's the way he trained. Then he jumps like a crazy man and comes to the sideline, almost knocked me out. Okay? Take him to the lab. This is really interesting now. This is my man in the pros. Watch what he's doing. He's still doing the same drills. He's doing the same technique. He hasn't changed anything since he's been there. Why? Because it worked. When you fill your toolbox, you can take it with you. And that's what he's doing. Just show you a couple slides and I'm going to move on here. Same thing. Watch Joey. Inside side. So you just saw him do it in college. He's doing the exact same drill here in pros. Okay, let me go forward here. I'm going to go to some power steps here. Okay, now we're going to go power step to a side scissors. You'll see the highlight. I want to get to the long arm. So you see 97 go power, watch it power. I just show you. What did he do? Give him his hands. Once I got your hands, side scissors and he's done. Same thing here, side scissors to a long arm. Watch 59 at the top of the screen. That's what you call a long arm. And then you got side scissors on the opposite side. So as a coach, you're really proud because you know your technique is working. Let me go to a long arm real quick. I'm going to go one more and show you this. I want you to watch 97 here. At the top of the screen to the left. Watch him go power. Watch him go power, set him down. Once he set him down, watch what he does with his hands. He shoots his hand because he's scared, right? Then I'm coming on him. Watch what 97 does. Side scissors flip, then watch him lean and burst. Every drill we do is just happening in that drill, and that's why we do it. Double side scissors, real quick. Coming from an up position here, you go side scissors again. Let me go to the long arms. Now here's the long arms, the one we just talked about. Watch this. This is what a long arm can do. Watch 71. I'll put it in slow motion so you can see it. Off his feet with one arm. Off his feet with one arm because he's taking advantage. But one thing he doesn't have his inside strength hand. We take that away. That's why he's got no power. That's called a long arm. You'll see some more here. Watch him do the same thing at the next level. Just so you know I'm not making this up. There's his long arm again at the next level. Has not changed his technique. Watch this long arm. That's one arm. Because we got control of what? Control of his gun hand. He don't have a chance. Imagine that? That far back in the back for the long arm. Go to the next level. Watch 97. Brother to brother. Watch him pick him off his feet. Long arm. Same thing here. Watch. Inside long arm. Watch. On 59. He don't have a chance. For some reason, I have a lot of Penn State tape on him. I don't know why. Same thing here. Watch the long arm again. Watch 59. That was one of my favorite plays there. 4 guys chasing 1 guy. Long arm again. Close the pocket. And finish. I'll go a couple more here. I just want you to see our technique in action. Watch them 11. Long arm to the ground. Jump over the pile. Make a tackle. But before you see that, once you watch 97, use his hands again. They come inside. It's a great job. Great play there. I'll tell you, I got all this Penn State stuff. Again, watch this. Watch 97. You go to long arm again. 52 don't have a chance. He just backpedal to the quarterback. Couple more. How much time do I have, Tim? Long arm again. Close the pocket. 2 long arms on one play. So what I'm telling you is what we do. I'm not making this up. Now we go a long arm chop. We just change it up. Watch number 11. He goes long arm. He sticks his hand out. Watch what he does with the outside hand. Then we chop it down and close it. No matter what you do, we got something for you. We got something for you to take care of it. And that's what we want. Long arm cup again. Watch him go long arm again. Different team, different technique. Exact same thing. Same results. Long arm chop again. Number 2, our freshman. Just trying to figure this out, how to do it. Thank you, sir. And then long arm to a side scissors. Watch the inside guy, 59 also. Watch number 6 go side scissors. So I'm hoping you're watching this videotape. Everything I show you is showing up on the videotape. If not, then I'm not teaching the right stuff. Because that's what we're doing. You don't see anything different that we're not teaching. And that's the way it should be. Okay, last one here. And again, close with long arm. So you see, I've shown you 3 moves. Side scissors, long arm, and side scissors. Then long arm to a cup, long arm to a wheel. That's it. That's all we do. The club rip and stuff comes in later. You know, we use as a change-up, especially our inside guys as a change-up, but our outside guys are going to be real efficient. Right now, if I watch my videotape from spring practice, our hands right now is better as ever been. Why? Because we do it all the time. So don't get in the middle of the seat. If you're going to start this process, I would encourage you to start it slow until you get a feel about what you're doing. I challenge every coach here to do the drills yourself. Don't go to your kids, let's figure out this drill. Do the drill. It's very simple. Come hang out with me. I'll show you the drill. Then you can go back and implement your player. Again, it's one phase at a time. You can't go to the side scissors to the long arm unless you're perfecting the side scissors. The long arm is your power move. That's the change up for you. Okay? Any question before I put a videotape and I'll close? Any question about what we show you? What a great way to start. Question, go. Can you hear that? Some of them are not all of them. Okay? I will say this. This is the first time I've even shown anything we do hands-wise. It's the first time I've ever done that. Why? Because it's in-house. It's my brand. But it's important as a former high school coach. I want you guys to be successful. I want every D-line coach here to be successful. I want you to be successful. To be that, you got to be willing to jump out of the box. Get out of your comfort zone. Find ways to enhance your skill set. Find ways to enhance your skill set as a coach. Don't do what you did last year. If that worked for you, good. Enhance it. But I challenge you, last guy into my voice, on my voice. I challenge you as a D-line coach. See if you can be better than last year. Be better this year. Some people talk about 10 years. The best years of my life was 10 years ago. No, it's not. The best years of your life starts today. It starts today. Your best years of your life start today. Why not be better? You're here to learn. You're here to be the best D-line coach you can possibly be. If you take that attitude, go on the field, be organized. Make your players accountable. Treat them like men. As you know, you guys read, I don't use any profanity. That's my choice. That's my choice. I just believe in that. Because I can motivate my players without doing that. It's something you have to think about. You have to pull your toes back down because I'm talking to some guys. I just want to get this stuff out of football. Because I think you all should treat like men. Make your players believe in, earn their trust. How you earn their trust? You got to show them you're competent. Show them you know exactly what you're doing. And you'll get their trust or run through walls for you. I can tell you that now. There's no secret to what we do. I'm not done. I go out and recruit great players. Great players make you a smart coach, right? But once they get here, it's my job to find ways to enhance it. It was a challenge for me this year. Every morning to wake up, I find a way to make my players better because they were really good. So I try to find all the little things that make them better. In my house tonight, I share this with you. In the house tonight, my wife hates this. I take my cell phone, put it on my nightstand. Somewhere in the middle of the night, I'm going to wake up because I got a dream that says football. And I take that dream and put it in my little notes. I come in the morning, I draw it on the board. We do that drill that afternoon. I could care less. There's ways to make my players better. You'll see me do 2 drills they have not done before. Why? Because I'm still coaching through the spring. We got to bend better. So I'm going to do a drill to teach them how to bend. We got to make sure we take the air out of our pass rusher. You'll see me do a drill tomorrow just for that reason. Not because you guys are here, because I think that's the way to improve my players. Does that make sense? The last video I'm going to show you is about a journey. Coaching is about a journey. It's a process that you have to learn to go through, right? And it's not going to be easy. I've been married 33 years to the same lady, man. I tell you what, she could come up and do my pass rush stuff. Matter of fact, I taught her too. Well, we're playing Ohio State. When I was at that other place, they beat us. I walked in the house that night, pretty down, pretty sad because we just lost. And she looked at me straight in the eye. I said, what's the matter? I said, man, we just lost a tough one today, sweet. She said, yeah, you got no pass rush. She said, wow, you got no... I went and put my little stuff on downstairs in the basement, coach. I realized I taught my wife too much. She realized when there's no pass rush what's going on. But I'm okay with that. That's where it should be. Hey, run the tape for me. This is called a journey. Listen to this real quick, and I'm done. Zach back there. I want you to listen to the words.
I didn't come this far to only come this far. I hear some people saying things like, when I make it, when I get to the top. I'll keep working hard until I get to the top, until I reach my goal. Let me tell you something. There's no end. Winners never stop. If you reach your goal, set a bigger goal. If you get to the top of the mountain, find a bigger mountain. It's the journey, the continued pursuit of growth. I didn't come this far to only come this far. I came this far so I can be strong enough to go further. So I'll be good enough to push myself hard. I'm only getting started. This is just the beginning. I'm proud of my achievements, but that doesn't mean I'll settle for them. Proud, but never satisfied. Proud, but forever home. Proud and always ready. Proud, but pushing. Pushing for more. Pushing for great. A true winner doesn't seek only the title. A true winner seeks growth. A true winner seeks greatness. It's the journey. It's the challenge. Don't tell me it's over. I'm just getting warmed up. If the journey wasn't challenging, the destination wouldn't be rewarded. It's the challenge that makes the greatness. You can't have a champion athlete without great competitors pushing them all the way. You can't have the greatest of all time without champions pushing them all the way. It's the journey, the process that makes the greatness. If you reach your goal, set a bigger goal. If you get to the top of the mountain, find a bigger mountain.
It's pretty cool, right? Finish the journey, man. Hey, I know some guys that videotape that. That's cool. Just don't put it out there yet because it's a surprise for my players. This is the first time it's been shown live to an audience. You know what I mean? Just hold it for a little bit. It'll go out sometime around draft day. But just remember what the word says, it's a journey, it's a process. Thanks a lot, guys. Appreciate you guys. God bless you.